Peace. Good evening. I'd like to welcome you back to another edition of the Playland. As always, I'm certified player of Brooklyn. I'm joined by my compatriot, my man's born F.O.G. Thanks for joining me, Mr. Bourne. How you feeling this evening?
Peace and power, Chief. I'm doing well. It's Super Tuesday out there. You know what I mean? And I'm doing well, man. Ready to chop it up. Get some perspectives on world politics right now, national politics actually, because it is Super Tuesday. And just be here for the people, man. Get some different insights.
And Super Tuesday is at the state level, or am I mistaken? I didn't vote.
Yes, Super Tuesday is. It's for when it's the Republican and Democrat primary, where if there's more than one Democrat or more than one Republican running for a seat, this is where people who are only of that party get to go in and vote who they want to run in the general election.
I understand. And this is at the national level as well.
Yeah,
Okay.
It should be Super Tuesday should be everywhere.
Okay.
Everywhere right now for every seat that's up. You know what I mean? For grabs in November. It's primary day for every seat that's up for grabs in November.
For November 2024, right?
No. This November.
Oh, November coming up. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
For this November, yeah.
All right.
They having a primary year for this November right now.
And did things go swimmingly in your neck of the woods as far as voting and whatnot?
Well, in my neck of the woods, we get an abysmal turnout over here. Really, at a primary or something like that, they get abysmal turnout. I normally don't meander around any primary voting booths and polls and stuff like that because I'm independent. I'm not going to vote for a Democrat. I'm not registered as a Democrat. In New Haven, that's most of everybody trying to vote and be is a Democrat. So I had a vested interest in somebody in my community. So I did go out to try to, just pay attention to how this thing is run. At least right here in my own neck of the woods.
I see. Yeah, I mean, in my neck of the woods, just real quick, like the few times that I voted in Brooklyn and here in Jersey, the people that run the operation, as far as like monitoring and whatnot, they all look schemy too, like creepy. I don't know.
Oh man,
this feels off.
Today, there's something like how you already could you could think some things, you can believe wholeheartedly in some things, but if you never really see it with your own eyes, you really don't know. And today it really let me know that these are most in general, both sides of politics, any party is a game. The parties are games. The thing about it though is about what I see about the Democratic Party and how they go about their politics is that there's no rules, there's no morals, there's no character, no integrity about how they move as a gang and how their gang members move as long as it's something that they feel like can help the gang.
Or themselves, if it gets down to it.
But they're the gang. They are the gang.
They're the gangster that snitches like in the back of the cop car.
Like they all got their own little position in the gang. They already seated, so they getting something out the pie. You know what I mean? They just got to keep the gang shit going right. They just got to keep the right people in, so they can keep the gang shit going right. Because if the wrong people get in, they will find out what they're doing and kick them motherfuckers out. That's what really this shit is really about. This is why they fight so hard against independence and shit like that, because they find out what the hell is happening and kick them all out. But I see they got no morals or integrity, character, things of that nature. Those are things that I've seen today that they would or on the strength of the party, they would embrace a deviant and a deceiver. The deviant is the deceiver, and the deceiver is the deviant, and lied straight up to everybody's faces. But members of this party, I watched them, I talked to them right before the deceiver showed up. Come in common place that we was deceived, that we don't want this again, that it was a deceiver. As soon as the deceiver walked up, they embraced him. They embraced it. And I said, yo, that's a day them. You embracing it? It? What? What? Wait, y'all not gonna tell me that y'all okay that we all got tricked last time and y'all all over here okay with that? Y'all over here playing like, oh, it's all right. Y'all with her now. So I just, and then the lady but the good thing though is the lady that I was out there for, she recognized what was happening. I was like, I'm telling you, I told you this was a game. I told you you not gonna win trying to be their candidate. They're firmly against you because you don't play with the politics like they do. And because you don't play with the politics, you always on the out. Like we had a lady who should, without doubt, the committee should have put her in as the 1A candidate to be the alder for our community. She's been here over 2 decades in the community, working in the community, doing things in the community. And for the past 3 years, she basically almost been the alder, giving out information from what's going on down there. Because our alder's been basically gone, not doing nothing. But the committee still voted against her and voted for a girl who just moved in the community like 6 months ago. All because the girl gonna be able to be controlled because she worked with the control group called New Haven Rising in New Haven, Connecticut. And so it's crazy. The Yale and the Union control our city, and we can't do nothing. And it's like it's destruction. But bro, I don't want to go on and on and on about
I like to hear
politics.
I like to hear the first-hand war stories in that. In that
yeah. No, but this is what
and it's a learning experience too.
I watched it. Yo, bro, listen, I didn't know. Like, yo, I watched it. I was out there. Listen, I ran for order. The one thing about when I ran for order, though, it was pouring rain. So I didn't get the full effect of how they hustle their thing when you know what I'm saying, when you politicking. Son, they run them off. They run the constituents down like they try and make sales, son. It seemed like it's 91, 92. And you got motherfucking bags, and you trying to beat the next man to the fiend to make sure you get that sale, because they running down on the constituents. Yeah, it's me. I'm like, yo, I said, what the? I was like, yo, this is how they do this.
That's not legal, too. I mean, was it close to the polling?
Yeah, no, 75 feet away. They passed the line because everybody paid attention. If you pass the line on some real shit, they paid attention. You can't pass the line and talk to nobody. But you know what I'm saying? So I'm watching them run down on the people, man, and just listen. I know a person who switched their vote just because how the person ran down on them.
I could imagine. I think that happens.
She was like, yo, nah. Yeah, she was like, nah, man, you're not going to tell me, yeah, I'm voting for you because you with him and y'all together and this what I need to do. And I'm like, yo, that's what they think about. That's how they look at Democrats. That's how they look at black folk. Nigga, your vote belonged to me already. You know what you need to do. Ninja, I mean, say, I don't know, YouTube trying to lighten up. Everybody trying to lighten up on the algorithm a little bit, but I don't want to get too wild.
Nah,
but that's the thing. That's the thing. It's like, yo, I'm thoroughly dejected by the situation. Because we cannot win because the majority of people who go into politics have no working understanding of history, how we got into these situations, what are good policies and what are not. And because they have not done a thorough examination of just recent past history, I'm saying, you got to at least be, like 1900 up to now. in order to be a politician, you should understand at least the history of America, 1900 to now. And without that understanding, you can't do anything that's really going to help us because you don't have a proper sight for the people that you're dealing with and working with, especially in what we call the inner city communities, that the blighted communities, the oppressed communities with the properties depressed, which now the properties are becoming to be overinflated and overinflated. They're overinflating the property value to push black folk out. Say, listen, man, you bought that house. You bought that house for $75,000. Look, we making houses over here worth $275,000. You sure you don't want that money? And you sell out, and now the community don't belong to black folk no more. It's totally Yale. Everybody else own the houses now. Now you out of here.
Yeah, that happened in Harlem too.
So
I
that's what
remember
they're doing to our community.
And I don't think they did it in Harlem necessarily for a voting block, but then I'm here and there with that because shortly after that, that's when Clinton moved to Harlem, and that was kind of like her power base. Like they would always use that, the Clintons are based out of Harlem now. Like it was it had an appeal to it in the 90s. But Harlem went through the similar thing. Gentrification came with right before the Clintons got in there. Like a lot of minorities were cheering it on as it was happening. And I think anybody who's lived in Harlem their whole life, like, probably detests gentrification and what went down there.
Yeah, sorry.
And it doesn't. It doesn't come fast too. That's the unfortunate thing. Sometimes it takes you can feel the effects of it negatively, and you won't register that it's affecting you in a negative way up until maybe a decade later.
Yeah, until it's too late. That's what it's meant to do. It's meant to stranglehold you. So then by the time you realize what you're dealing with, it's like, damn, is we too late? Are we too late? What can I do? What can I do? This is why I'm happy. I was just striving to build a program and curriculum to be able to pass on and get it moving, because that's the only thing we can do is really properly educate ourselves. Probably get proper information towards everybody, get the people informed, aware, and have an understanding of why they should be, you know what I'm saying, why they should take a care, at least in their community. Even if you never vote, even if you never get no you don't got to get no 501c3, no nothing. Just understand that you got a vested interest in the community because you live there. Period. You don't need no more than that, even if you're paying rent.
And honestly, and seeing it firsthand too, like the things that I've peeped firsthand, even though they're disenfranchising and they're very disappointing, with a little bit of muscle and a little bit of know-how, I think our kids could probably, or maybe us in the future generation, or not too distant future, could rectify it. There are ways of rectifying it, especially if you catch them with their pants down.
Right now, exactly. Hubris.
And it is very hard though. The games that they play, like as it's happening, it's hard to catch it. Like that same, I don't want to get.
But they hubris. They think so much of themselves that listen, man. They don't think that black people understand Joe Biden's a fucking nut and he's stupid. See, they're gonna keep playing. They playing the people in a way that it can't be continuous. You feel me? It can't sustain. It won't sustain. You can't sustain type of idiocracy inside the White House. And you can't sustain treating the people like they're idiots. Like you should have a person this slow running the country. Nah, man, you can't. People ain't staying there for so long. All right. But they say you can fool some of the people some of the time, but you can't fool all of the people all the time. And that's what they're trying to do. You can't do it. It just don't work.
That brings us to the topic at hand. Before we start, though, I want to share a video I peeped on X, Twitter, if you will. If you give me a second. But I mean, we are living in the time of not revelation of the Bible, so to say, but maybe everybody's not up on game, but some people are more up on game than yesterday, and to me, there's a small victory in that. Here we go. I'm gonna show this video real quick. This is for the Biden down.
Comes with his very own magic set and a toy laptop. Just don't lose it or you could get in trouble. And then there's my late son, Bo, a true American hero. Bo was lost during his Iraq service, but thankfully for America, not before he captured Saddam Hussein. My daughter, Ashley Biden, is also included. She has her very own diary, and you can pretend she's writing all her secrets. Just don't lose it in the cushions or you could get in trouble. Next, my son's better half and daughter-in-law, Hallie Biden. She comes with mix and match outfits, which go with either Bo or Hunter. You'll also get a set of 6 Biden grandchildren. Who knows? There might be more. Finally, the set includes the Joe doll. You can pose me in up to 18 different sleeping positions. Joe also has realistic falling action. Oh no, oops, not again. You can have hours of fun playing with me in the Joe's Basement play set. Buy the whole set, and you'll also receive the White House dollhouse. This incredible house comes with its own powerful bubble of justice so that no matter what happens, your dolls stay safe and protected.
But that's not all. Act now, and for a limited time, you'll also receive Dark Brandon. Powered by MAGA tears, Dark Brandon has real laser eyes and is the hero you deserve.
Yeah, that was just a little funny ad I saw on, or a little funny video I saw on Twitter. They were spitting facts though too, as far as the bubble that encompasses the president now in terms of the media lack of coverage. Many times that he fucks up. I mean, it's almost like yesterday and the day before yesterday, there were like probably 10 Biden fuck ups. As far as lying about being in Ground Zero, 9/11, the day after the tragedy at 9/11. Rest in peace to all the people that perished in that tragedy in New York City. I wasn't in New York City at that time. But I think as far as one good thing though, as far as conservatives go, like, and I'm not saying all conservatives. I'm not a conservative in that sense, as in like I'm a Republican, ride or die like type dude. But one good thing that conservatives got going for them is the memeing and the making fun of the obvious situations that are happening in the country. And I'm gonna show those because I usually get good ones that I see on Twitter. Could you hear that video, Born?
No, I heard the video clear.
Yeah,
I heard it loud and clear.
Yeah,
like this.
No, my bad. Go on.
No, that wasn't you. I had something going on in the background. But no, I'm saying in the meme war, the liberals have lost horribly. We've already, the great meme war. You know what I'm saying? That happened in 2016. The great meme war 2016, which brought us to 2020. It was devastating to the liberals, and we realized and learned that the power of humor would work with the people. This is why there was like a meme shutdown for a second. There was this like Twitter was purging different accounts that did memes. Facebook was doing the same thing because they realized how important it was, how important in engaging the people with humor and in quick clips, how it would immediately grasp their attention and they could further their message. But I think though that in general though, conservatives, they'd rather just I think conservatives don't really. I think in general, from how I see it, like people who are conservative and like who produce a lot of this memeage and all this stuff like that, people not concerned with whether or not people get informed. Because they don't really, they're like, yo, listen, most conservatives read anyway. We don't care if we sending out information because we stay informed. And if you're not informed, then you're not a patriot. You're not for the country. You're not, are you not about your community, anything, if you're not informed. And I think they really look at it like that. And I think though it's a detriment to it because then it hurts them with communities like the black community. Because the black community will laugh, but we want to be informed. We know we missing information.
Yeah.
And not just the Hunter Biden and crackhead information.
Nah, definitely. I think some people too, like it with the like there are a lot of conservatives. At the end of the day, I mean, I ain't even gonna front one bit that are that don't want to work with black people, Latin people, the hood, which is stupid. I mean, because if you have a small turnover rate in the hood, you have a small turnover rate with so-called black minorities or black people, Latin. That goes a long way, as like it. But conservative tactics, I don't agree with one bit. On a political level, you know what I'm saying, or Republican tactics, if you will.
Yeah, Republican tactics. Yeah, the Republican Party is it's a shit party. It's not really gonna get anything. It was a good old boy party. You know what I'm saying? You really have to pay attention. There's a couple new. See, this is like it's always the fringe. You always got a little fringe of the party who are actually what you would call conservatives. The rest of the party, basically, nationally, Republican Party nationally, are glorified fundraisers. That's what they do. They over glorify. They raise funds. That's all they do. They raise funds for the party. They raise funds for them.
Yeah, and but I think that their lack of not engaging like in the inner city, like in the hood, it makes a lot of people in the hood feel like, like any agenda that they push is against them, when it's not the case most times, many times. But if you don't try to engage the hood, like, then the hood is thinking that you're at some sort of anonymity with them.
Yeah.
And I think it's a failing tactic. With the Republican Party.
But, I had a conversation. Go ahead.
Go ahead. But what I was gonna say real quick is I think MAGA should engage more with the people I mentioned, as far as the hood and with black Latin people, and they do. I think they could do more.
Yeah.
But at least to me, like that's where I make that distinction between MAGA and conservative, or MAGA and Republican Party, if you will. But I think they should definitely be doing more. But
more engagement.
Yeah, but I do distinct the two when it makes sense, because like the overall Republican Party probably hates Trump or probably hates MAGA. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That overall, yeah. But no, not the party. The overall heads in the party.
The heads, the people that run the McConnells. You know what I'm saying?
Like, the people in places are the people. I would say the people are more inclined to what you would call the MAGA agenda. They're more inclined to that. But the thing though is that they're not. This is how the rhinos keep them. The rhinos know there's no way that they go and vote for a Democrat. So let's just keep a MAGA from getting primary. Just keep a MAGA from winning the primary, and we here because there's no way they're gonna vote for a Democrat, because they got them in the same type of politics they got black people in. You know what I mean? It's almost racial politics. Like, a lot of people who vote, they're not really, Republicans or Democrat, they not truly informed on what they voting on policy. They just know this is my party, so I'm coming to make sure my party win.
Yeah, word up.
Gang shit with no morals or integrity.
The slimiest gangsters.
Yeah.
Now,
Gang.
I was actually listening to a segment of a show I listen to every night, Mark Nash, and when they went into um, a little segment of a hood dude kind of saying like to screw the system, the best way to screw the system would be to vote for Trump. And I'm paraphrasing. And
Yeah.
I remember there was a shorty on there um, basically say trying to bring up points as to why you shouldn't. And like oh like and that, but she was more saying it as far as all Republicans, like basically Trump's trying to co-sign all these Republicans, and the only thing that she brought up as far as policy goes was abortion. And I hate that's the word, and I hate hearing that from our ladies, from our women
Right.
especially.
That's what.
It's
Right.
the
Like
worst
really,
flex, bro. Like,
that's what you gonna hang your hat on.
yeah,
You gonna
bro.
you gonna use that stupid. You gonna use that stupid women's health care. You gonna use this stupid nonsense to say he messing up women's health care. You gotta lost your goddamn mind.
Yeah, that's and it's I mean, it's the only policy that they could bring up. I mean, like which has always been a conservative like talking point. But I can't, like, it's like, yo, most shorties don't go up in the clinic that often, bro. Come on, man. Like, even the most hood, like, ratchet, bubble headed, non condom using, like, she ain't getting like more than like 3 or 4 lifetime, bro. Like it's such a dumb flex. Like, not a flex, but I don't know. It's disappointing to me. You could literally go to any other state too, and if it was that kind of party. But
Right.
go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I wanted to get into the Biden impeachment, and it's not actually an impeachment; it's an impeachment inquiry,
Yeah.
which is basically they're going to try to use the evidence that they're finding in these congressional hearings to see if they could do an impeachment on Biden, which if they would have to pass it through Congress and then vote on it in the Senate. I think it's dead as far as voting on it in the Senate. And I think they're just using a lot of the information that we found in these past couple of weeks regarding like Hunter Biden, his association with businesses in Ukraine, in China, Kazakhstan, maybe some other countries I'm not remembering offhand.
Yeah.
And I know you've heard about a lot of these things, like with Burisma and whatnot.
Now this is where we lie at. We lie in a situation as this country, being in this country. We lie in a situation where the FBI was privy to knowing exactly what type of situation is the people got going on. The Federal Bureau of Investigation had already known prior to a year prior to the vote. Now we're gonna say, and I'm only gonna say I already know they knew before then because Obama office had already spoke on the fact that they didn't like the relationship between Burisma and Hunter. So, but we're not going to even utilize that. We're going to utilize the laptop, which Hunter Biden himself backed up numerous accounts, information on money payments, and the like. Already had it backed up. FBI had it, held it for over a year until the gentleman who gave it to him started saying, listen, what the hell is going on? Where's the laptop? Why nobody talking about the laptop? So we dealing with an FBI who at this point in time they have no reason to want Biden to get out of there. Everybody who's in the House It's going to be on pins and needles. The Senate, pins and needles. The only people you're going to have really talking is what you call the MAGA group. Matt Gaetz. What's Green? You got Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Comer.
Cobra, yeah. Jim Jordan.
Now, one good thing with all this stuff, because eventually, like I think ultimately, like as far as an impeachment, it may not go anywhere because of all the people that are involved, both Republican and Democrat, like as far as in doing shady shit. But
go ahead.
No, but I think Biden's tenure as a politician, being so long running, and him being such a grimy dude, like as far as operating in this fashion, probably since the 70s, probably since he first came on the scene.
Exactly.
It's good that he's at the helm, regardless if this goes nowhere or not, because it shows the whole system. And
that's the one thing you're gonna be able to see. That's why I was alluding to with the FBI is that the FBI, the Republicans and Democrats both dirty, and the FBI is not going to allow. See, he can't get out to the world, even though the world know he can't get out to the world like this. We can't let this get out to the world like this. We got the whole whoa. You know what type of national security? They can pull all type of shit. Or why you can't even prosecute these people a certain kind of way. Why it was important to hide the information because of national security. And this is why, like you said, we got Republicans and Democrats both in on the tape. But the main thing is that you have the FBI heads in on the tape. The FBI heads who covering up exactly what's going on. That's where our problem lies at. Is there. It lies in the investigative arm of the law. Like you said, though, the one thing that I like about watching these hearings and stuff like that is that I get informed. Like, I know y'all might not do nothing in Congress, Senate or House. You might not do nothing. But one thing that I'm going to know after you finish questioning these jokers is who lies and who doesn't. You know what I'm saying? And after they vote, who votes for what, who doesn't. You know what I mean? That's why I like what Matt Gaetz was saying about, we need to bring shit to a vote. So we see who is on the team and who not on the team.
No, and it's good. It's good too because like when you speak to people politically, like as far as in my circle, like it seems like I'm like 2 years ahead of like at least in my friend group. I mean, not you. You know what I'm saying? Like you're we could talk and we know what's happening in real time. But when I talk to my people, it's like very slowly, like people are starting to get the inclination that there's something that stinks here with the Biden family or with the FBI not investigating or the FBI jumping in front of the Hunter Biden laptop story. In addition to all these other agencies that jumped in front of it right before November.
Mm-hmm.
But this is we're still early. I mean, we're still in 2023. November 2024 is a year and 2 months and change away. I mean, like people are getting hit left and right. They're starting to get like the whiff that something's really wrong here. I'm broke as shit. Like I wasn't this broke when Trump was in office. And the biggest like hit, but my thing is though that if whether Biden runs in 2024 or not, I it's up for debate with me. Like I think that they may try to swap him out. Maybe they do. Maybe
I think Biden want to run.
I know he wants to.
He wants to run, but I don't think they want him to run. That's a situation where he's just stupid and want to run now. He don't really know what's going on. He just know, all right, I can run again. They know that, listen, man, you can't put the man in front of a microphone for 5 minutes. Or if you do, some bullshit gonna come out of his mouth.
Did you see that thing in Vietnam when they had to cut him off on the mic 2 days ago?
Nah, he always getting cut off. I'm gonna have to check it out.
Yeah, I'll try to find the clip, but
Yeah, if you find the clip, you should post it. You should play it. Let's see
I
what's
will. I
going
will.
on.
Nah, but what you would say like so you think that he's gonna run regardless of whether the party wants him to or not?
He can't as a party. Like, yo, this, no matter if the party want him to or not, I think he can run. I don't think the party has. See, the party really don't have no power over that due to the fact that he's the incumbent. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna be the incumbent. They really ain't got no. They might have some people primary him, and I think that that's what's going to happen. They're going to push people to primary. They're going to allow him to run, but they're going to really put a lot of money, advertisement behind a different candidate. That's what I believe that they're going to do, and I think they had Michelle Obama paying for it because Kamala won't work. But now I think it's between I think Gavin Newsom and maybe Michelle Obama. So I don't think Kamala, because Kamala is vice president. I don't think she's gonna primary him. It would seem like betrayal. You look even worse.
I think that one in a topsy-turvy theory that I have is, let's say the candidates you mentioned, it'd be hard to say that they get more votes than the history making that Biden did his last time.
Sure.
The most
Sure.
votes of all time. I could see what like one thing that could be a breaking point thing domestically or in the country is that one, you have like what's going on now, like where like the media pretty much plays cover up and tries not to give Biden any bad press, tries to like run away from the scandals that are happening within the Biden family, and that we reach 2024. In addition to that, the media also gives zero coverage to Trump. Like Trump makes a statement here and there on Truth Social, they'll pump it out. Sometimes they don't. But for the most part, like Trump's statements on Truth Social, they get out to his grassroots core base, and some people that are just tuning in, like that are like, all right, I'm starting to listen to Trump, even though they told me he's racist or whatever. But for 2024 though, like you're gonna have like these impeachment inquiries, the continued investigation of the Bidens. They're gonna keep popping up with stuff on Biden, in addition to other people politically that were involved in Biden in the past.
I think the Democrats.
Go ahead. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
I was gonna say that I think the Democrats are they're really pushing for the GOP to do the impeachment. They want it to happen. I don't think they don't not want it to happen. I don't think they like the turn, but they understand that they got a failed leader. So it's really like, man, you 80, die on your sword. Die on your sword out here, man. Eat the big one for us, bite the bullet, and that's it. That's what it felt like anyway.
My theory for like what could smack the shit out of the American public as far as like a wake-up call would be that Biden runs, the continued investigations keep happening, a lot of stuff keeps coming out to the public, and that my man gets another history-making vote turnout come 2024. I think that would jolt the American public. What do you think about that theory?
If he won again?
Correct. Like, all right, so you have the same level.
No,
I think. All right.
I got you.
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
And remember, and peep my theory though, Born, because the past 5 weeks, Congress wasn't in session; they were on recess. Right? They just went back into session Monday, I think. So off the rip, they came out with a impeachment inquiry that's going to spur on more investigations. They're going to find more shit on Biden, in addition to other people that were related to Biden in the past. What if they keep doing that up into November? The media still keeps trying to play cover the sun with their hands. People little by little, incrementally, start saying, like there's something wrong here. Maybe I'll fuck with Trump, and then you get a record turnout come 2024 with the Biden victory. What do you think that would do to the populace without getting me kiboshed on the YouTube?
No, I really do. Son.
Could you see that happening before you even say that?
Yeah, listen, they just did it. They just did it.
Word up.
They just did it. I don't put nothing past these jokers. Shit, they did it in real time, in front of my eyes, in front of my lying eyes. My lying eyes saw plenty of video of people not stealing the election, or people not, and I said not stealing the election. My lying eyes seen plenty of footage of people not doing that. So I probably why wouldn't it be a bunch more footage of people not doing that? Again, nobody not doing nothing, and everything just hunky dory. And a week later, we finally find out the results from places when it should have just been no more than a couple hours. And hey, winner is another landslide, 98 million.
My son says 110 million.
Son, yo, listen, right? Why not? That's what I was about to say, yo, 98. I'm like, nah, let me go 100 million, man. Let me go 100 million and go home, man. I could see him with 110 million. And they say it was the abortions. It was the abortions that made him win.
Yeah, the abortion issue. The women turned out.
Yeah.
No, and like I don't know if the migration has hit like New Haven of yet. It will though. If it's in the because they're putting the migrants solely in the hood is my theory, bro. Like, and I can see it in New York firsthand. They say supposedly there's 115 migrants in New York that came in the last year alone. I think that number is a little bit more than that, but it's going to every hood USA. Like, and these dudes like they act like they're hood dudes too. Like these migrants that are coming up, they're doing juxes, fucking with women, but
a bunch of little criminals.
Yeah, but as far as in New York, nobody likes that shit. Zero. There's not one person except yuppies that are saying, "Oh, we welcome them." And if the yuppies are saying it, they're not going to be saying it for much longer. Or they're just getting out of New York and causing chaos online, making it seem like New Yorkers love it when they don't. But I could totally see my original theory in another record-breaking turnout that swings in the way of the most popular president of all time, Joe Biden. And a lot of people in New York, I know right now, present day, with the 115,000 migrants, would be fucking fuming. Imagine that, like, with 200,000 migrants. Imagine that with the migrant invasion that's probably happening in the A right now. In Texas, every city, Texas, Arizona, Cali. Like, I think that would give a little smack to people, regardless of how it turned out. Like, I think people at that point will probably be talking like you were in 2020. You know what I'm saying? Or will probably come to the conclusion that you came to in 2020. Where the election was on the up and up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, no, the election was the most cleanest election I've ever seen. You know what I mean? I've never seen anything as clean. Like up. It was up, and it was stuck when it got up.
Yeah, word up. But you like, could you see like, how do you think people would take to that though?
I
Like, do
don't
you
think
think?
now when you asked me to point something, my bad. But you asked me that, right? And I'm sitting here thinking about it. Like I was trying to really think it through, and I can't see it. I can't see how the people would react. I can't see it. Normally I got good foresight, and I was trying to think it through. Like
Wouldn't that be
how would
bananas though?
yeah, it would. Now it would be bananas, but I don't know. Like I think that yo, listen, I'm gonna tell you. I think enough people though believe, even if they went and voted the opposite way, I believe they believe that it's enough other people that could counter their fucking thing. So no matter if it happened, people would be like, okay, we just lost. I don't think though if the loss was so much video or nobody stealing nothing, if that type of loss happened again with so much video of people doing nothing, with 2,000 mules doing nothing, you know what I'm
But
saying?
they didn't catch nothing in 2,000 Mules. Like, just remember, nothing was peeped in that movie 2,000 Mules. Like, they didn't really
Yeah.
have hard evidence. If you please, if you're listening now, I mean, and you, I don't recommend watching 2,000 Mules. Um, but what was I gonna say? Oh, that's what I was gonna say, Born. Shortly after November 2020, though, they followed it up with basically like, as far as online, where you were a bad boy, like if you spoke about any funkiness or like if you thought something was awry in 2020 in November, um, you were basically a racism or something, or it was a can't touch topic. So they would have to like employ something like that again, because I don't know, I have zero idea what's gonna happen come 2024 with most things. Like it seems like every day there's a new surprise with something else, like world breaking shit happening all over the place. We're living in clown world, can't be debated. But I think
Yeah. So,
that would really put the cherry on top, like and I can totally see that happening.
yeah, no, this is idiocracy. This is idiocracy. People don't be wanting to believe it. But have you ever seen the movie? Have you ever watched the movie Idiocracy? Just think about it, and then think about what you're looking at now. You ever seen that movie, Joe?
Nah, I haven't peeped it yet, man. I gotta peep it though. You're
Yeah,
the second person.
listen, Joe. I'm telling you, you gotta watch this movie. If you gotta rent it, you gotta watch this movie. You gotta watch it because it gives you the perfect context of how. Yo, listen, I'm not even gonna say it. You gotta watch this movie, and you can be like, yo, damn, yeah. I know you're gonna see it because it ain't what it's what you see, but it's more about the ideas that they giving you in this movie. They showing us something that we live in. It's a man. Once upon a time, art imitated life. Now life imitates art.
Word up. We're in a crazy time too,
It's
altogether.
amazing.
Like
Yeah,
with the fact that like Hollywood's not making anything. Not that I give a shit, because everything they were making the past 4 years was whack. Like but
yeah.
reality
There's not a
way.
lot of Hollywood.
Pardon me.
No, you're right. No, I say you're right. And it's like I really don't go watching the movies that much, but there are. It seems like a lot of the movies are basically movies that might have been on the back burner, and like, yo, you know what? Let's we didn't use this. We didn't use this one. Put that one out, and they just take it and put it out. We didn't use this movie. Put that one out. It don't seem like there's a consistency of new ideas. See, this is what when I say that about the movies, there's not a consistency of like new thought movies. Like you know, like when you see the movies normally they move along with the times of where we at. But the movies are not moving along with the times that we at. So it seemed like they're movies that they just had in storage. To me, I don't, I ain't a
Well,
movie buff.
and it started becoming not with movies and TV shows, because I remember every year there'd be at least one or two dope shows on like HBO, like Boardwalk Empire, The Wire, Game of Thrones, Sopranos. But then with everything, with Hollywood, with the small screen like TV shows, like they took a stance that they wanted to make movies to where they thought we should be. So then you started getting Homie from The Wire playing a rainbow role in every show he was in, like like which I thought was a little bit of a ritual where they set it off for Homeboy. But so that's where I tuned out, and then like there's a lot of shows that people are like, yo, like the guy that made The Wire made another show, and like they were like, yo, you gotta watch it. That shit was ass cheeks, bro. Like they were trying to shove the bullshit down your throat. So I tuned out. But what's happening in reality now, like especially and with the fact that Hollywood's on strike, I don't think they're going back to work. It's gonna be at a point where people are gonna have to be people. What's happening politically, domestically, at the border, and what's happening in all those stages is crazy. Like it's bananas. So it's must see TV in a sense, and TV's falling apart, and Hollywood at the same time.
No, exactly. Politics is must see TV. This shit is. This must see TV. You told a lie about that.
Yeah.
You never know what's the next thing's gonna happen.
I found that video of where they cut Biden off. Let me show you real quick.
To me, if you don't have a game plan, have a game plan. He just hasn't shared it with me. But I tell you what, I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to bed. We talked about at the conference overall. We talked about stability. We talked about making sure that the third world, the southern hemisphere had access to change. It had access. It wasn't confrontational at all.
Thank you, everybody. This ends the press conference. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you.
Are you bringing U.S. strategic interests above human rights here in Vietnam?
I've raised it with every person I met with.
Mr. President, are you worried about your son being indicted, Mr. President?
Completely normal things. Salute to Mark Nash too. Did you peep that one before?
Yo, this shit is sad.
It is, bro.
Nah, that's sad, man. Yo, son, listen, man. This is shit elder abuse at this point in time.
And it only gets worse because that little trip, that wasn't the only screw up that he had. He had a few of them. It was like in that one day, they were like 5 or 6, like. And he doesn't answer questions. Like a lot of the questions that he's gonna start getting are gonna have to like touch on like either impeachment, Hunter Biden, in a regular media. But like the whole plain keep away that they're doing now, like, oh, let's not let him answer questions. Let's try to keep him in the stash or in the basement. Going into 2024, it's gonna be bananas, especially if that other theory comes true. Oh, I think I lost you, Born. But like I was saying, if you, Born, if you want, come back on, because I think my internet must have booted you. But especially in the sense, if my theory, it's actually my son's theory. My son was the one that put me on, like as far as another record-breaking turnout come 2024. When you keep having a incidents, I think I have other clips too. And none of what I'm pulling up is from days ago, or these are yesterday type shit. Let me make sure I'm not sharing the screen now. Oh, no. But these are all recent history. That's what makes it so great. And the media's tactic in playing keep away and let's not ask questions in that regard, or like let's just as far as the people that are handling Biden, let's just keep them away from everybody and give them these softball questions. I think we're getting to a point where you have they're playing keep away, in addition to the impeachment inquiries, the continued investigations in Congress that are happening, where things are at a climax. In addition to the fact that everybody's broke as shit, like your dollar's getting you nowhere. My bad. Born just came back through.
Yeah, I don't know what happened, bro. My bad.
Nah, it's all good. Now you got the thumbnail too.
Yeah,
So
I don't know what.
Added benefit. Yeah, but I was just saying too that like those kind of things with Biden screwing up, whether it be in a speech or screaming on a reporter, getting cranky, having dementia moments, are happening more and more. But you're gonna have like I said, like the whole inquiries, investigations that continue to happening, the whole media cooperating with Biden, in addition to Biden's handlers playing keep away from any sort of media that has pushback.
Not what. Listen, have you seen your CNN the past couple of days? Not all the shows, but a few of them. They coming on and they disparaging Biden a little bit. So it seemed like the media might, they might be trying to get rid of him also in certain ways. Not everybody, but it seemed like they slowly but surely are getting off of Biden. But they got to find their new man. That's why I thought it was going to be Gavin Newsom. After I seen him on The View, and the ladies at The View just talking about him all crazy. I said, oh, there we go. They planting that thought in the people.
Pardon self. Now my screen was messing up. No, and I hear you in that sense too. But then you would have to have a replacement in like Gavin Newsom, let's say.
Yeah.
But then I could see, like, you think that they would try the same record turnout for a Gavin Newsom? You know what I'm saying? Like, go ahead.
I don't know, bro. Bro, this shit, listen, man. Man, you can't. Why wouldn't it? That's the California governor. He the governor, like Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's another governor. You know what I mean? He national appeal.
Oh, they'll try to sell it off as that.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. He Hollywood.
He has great hair.
Yup.
Oh, he's great related skin. To Pelosi. Yeah. The women love Newsom.
Yeah, the women love Newsom. Oh, don't he look good? I seen him on The View. He looks so handsome. Oh. And the ladies.
Oh, they'll try to sell it as that. They'll try to, because Gavin Newsom's creepy as fuck too. Like, if you hear him speak,
super creepy. Anybody related to Nancy Pelosi shouldn't be trusted.
Word up. She's on a.
Anybody related to Nancy Pelosi who in any type of office, oh no, you shouldn't be trusted at all. They shouldn't trust you with nothing.
I wanted to pull a few more clips before I leave. Yo, did you hear? I don't know if you follow tennis, but did you hear about Novak Djokovic winning the U.S. Open?
Nah, but ain't that the white boy they wouldn't let come inside the country?
That's correct. Yeah, he wasn't down to drink the tea or the boosters to compete in a lot of these tournaments. I think Australia barred him from coming in, and the U.S. just let him in this year, and he came back to win the tournament. I just want to. Nah, go ahead.
I know about him because I heard about him in a hearing. It was one of these house hearings, and they were talking about how they was letting the illegals in who didn't have a COVID vaccine, but the tennis player couldn't come in.
Yeah. Let me see if Oh yeah, I got a nice clip for you though regarding that. This is actually he won. I mean, after him winning though. Let me pull it up. I'm gonna play the clip now.
Well, we'll take you to the Moderna shot of the day, and it was
saving
the
the
match
set
point.
point. Oh, the
Match point to get to number 24. There were a lot of shots that were highly impactful. Here's the final one.
Now, so I don't know if you peeped it. The shot of the day was sponsored by one of the makers of the tea. But I thought it was a little bit of irony there, and this was on ABC. They were big on pushing the tea on all their networks and whatnot. But it was a little bit of a little bit of a little funniness of the clown world. One small victory that that they had to eat that, and it was called the shot of the day, brought to you by Moderna.
Then bang,
yeah,
Moderna, the shot. See, all that programming, the shot of the day, huh?
I got another clip. If you don't mind, let me pull it up before I do it. Oh, here it is. Yo, I did my lawn earlier, man, and I took Benadryl like an idiot. This shit's screwing me up. But let me show you one more clip before we dip off. I don't take medicine at all, like for anything. But oh, here it is. This is I think this was from today, but this is your man's.
Again, we have experience with this type of vaccine in billions of people. It's a safe vaccine. Of course, with the mRNA, there's a very, very, very low risk, particularly in young men, of getting a myocarditis. But if you look at the risk of myocarditis from COVID itself is greater than the risk of the vaccine.
Yeah, so this is another egg that I see turning in that they're starting to be a little bit more candid about the great tea, as far as trying to get ahead of these strange heart incidents that a lot of young men are getting. A lot of young people are getting in general, not just men. But
yeah, like Fauci said, it's the myocarditis. Hey, Fauci said it, not me.
No big deal. No
Fauci
biggie.
said that the heart. But I would have to look at this information because Fauci said something that I just haven't seen the information where if you caught the virus, you would have a greater chance of getting myocarditis than with the vaccine. I believe that's what he was alluding to. I don't know for sure. I have to go back and read. So don't YouTube. I'm not making that as a statement of fact. That's a statement of belief.
Yeah, and of course, the vaccine has helped slow down the spread of COVID. I can't say enough good things about the vaccine.
We just gonna be quiet. Can't say no good things. We just gonna be quiet.
It's helped. It's helped a lot of people that I know. It got America back in order. No, and I think it's kind of like with the whole November. In addition to like the whole drinking the tea, two separate things, but you weren't allowed to talk about either one around the same time. And now all of a sudden, I think people are having to come to, or people are starting to see that it's safe to talk about both in a sense. If they're not doing it now, they're going to be talking about it more in 2024. You know what I'm saying? That they are now. Like right now, it's kind of like still a taboo subject. In 2024, I think.
Yeah, I think that people getting tired of being canceled. On some real shit. I think people getting tired of people being able to cancel you for saying shit that you think. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what's really starting to happen. You can't put this type of pressure on people all the time to fucking lie and hold their feelings in, not say what they think. You know what I'm saying? Because it's already been deemed wrong before you even said it. And I think with that, a lot of people know that they already telling the truth. They're like, well, I'm being honest though. Why is it that I can't even be honest about shit I seen, heard? I can't be honest about it. No, you can't.
Yeah, the fact checkers that normally have things right. You know, you got to get it approved first before it could be accepted. Fact checkers are usually on the ball, whoever they are.
Yeah. Never met a bad fact checker.
Yeah.
Never met a fact checker.
Nah, they were always on point.
No, today, listen, check this out. I shared a video. I'm gonna tell you this. I shared a video on the book yesterday. The video was of Joe Biden telling the child in their ear that they were sexy, and then said, "Don't tell your mother." I posted the video. You know, Facebook tried to give me I'm still on a warning light right now, but pulled the video and said it was nudity, and I had to appeal the video for them to put it back on my goddamn page. Then they came back and they let it back on the page, but I still got a warning like I did something wrong.
Yeah, and that was on Facebook?
Yeah. I posted a video, you know what I'm saying? And it was, as soon as I posted it, you know, something popped up about nudity and shit. And I'm like, nudity? What nudity? I'm like, what did I post? I'm like, I didn't post nothing like that was nudity or nothing. Or sexual. Unless you're saying that, you know, which it is wrong for a grown man if you're telling a child he's sexy.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like, maybe that's what it is, but it ain't that. It's just they didn't want that video of Joe Biden online. It's being suppressed now. Nobody's seen it. Nobody's seen it on my page.
I haven't seen it. Yo, normally, and this is like a testimony regarding your Facebook, because I always, if something comes up on your shit, I'll always peep game, because you put me on politically, believe it or not, when I was first starting to open my eyes to stuff. But a lot of times I'll see your posts like 3 days older, like that are 3 days older or later, unless that has nothing, you know, like just a funny thing.
Unless it's some bullshit.
Yeah.
Unless it's a bullshit ass. If I throw some bullshit up there, everybody get to see it immediately.
Yeah. But even then, I don't think they give you much traction. Like, I don't think they boost your post. Or I see a lot of people that I could give two shits about, like that are always popping up on my Facebook.
So I'm like, yo, why is this shit popping up? Nothing that you saying interests me at all. You know what I mean? But shit, yo, Joe, shit, man. You said you had a video, right? What was you said you had a video?
Let me see. No, that was it. That the
that was it. Okay.
Yeah, I know you got to dip off too. Or you probably got
to get back to, it was Super Tuesday today. I've been out on the political trail all day today. Basically, you know, I do a lunch for the community, did my lunch. After that, I had to try to find a washing machine that I did on the political trail. Got to go back to, man, crazy. I had to go back the lady up. They was going to try to beat the lady up out there who I was backing. They were going to jump her out there. Whole gang of them. It was just, it was crazy. It was crazy. It was all hostile. I seen all their energy hostile until I got all the way close to the table. Once I got up in their circle, everybody took their eyes up in the air, turned their back, put their eyes in the air like they didn't know what the fuck going on. People whistling, scratching heads when they don't itch. You know what I'm saying? All type of shit. We was looking all at the ground, staring at their own shoes and kicking rocks and all type of shit as soon as I pull up. I said, oh.
That's how it usually goes down. When the realness comes through, flakes sift away. Nah, but let me leave you to it though, man. I got to get back to chilling with my lady as well, man. Like, but thanks for coming through, bro. I'm gonna try to come next week again. I mean, or in the next couple of days again, man. If you want to come through.
Yeah, no doubt. I got a couple. Yeah, man. Listen, we should just bring up, y'all. I'm gonna tell you, whatever the next house hearing that come up, or even some of the ones, the past ones with Ray and Mayorgas and all them. Man, let's throw clips of them up and and just conversate to the people about the understanding of what we're seeing with the lies that they telling.
Word up.
The obfuscation. Yeah.
Yo, listen, I'm gonna put you on the spot right now, bro. I don't know if you heard this speech or not, but I do want to dissect it with you. But I'm putting you on the spot because I want to dissect. If I don't dissect it with you on YouTube, people are gonna look at me like I'm funny style. But I don't know if you heard the speech that was given in December of 2020. It wasn't a speech. It was a before you go. It was like a Zoom call that Biden had with the black leaders right after the election in 2020. And I believe Al Sharpton was on the call, in addition to some other retreads where he was putting them on blast. Did you ever hear that speech?
Yeah, I think I recollect what you're talking about when he was talking down to him, treating him like a bunch of goddamn children.
Yes,
you know what I'm
sir.
saying? About they wasn't giving proper support and all that shit.
That they had to get in line with the Latins and all this shit.
Yeah.
But,
listen.
But I had a channel I did. I had a channel I wanted to see if we go over that at some
send
point
it to
in the
me.
future.
Yo, well, listen. No, I'd rather go over it live. Don't even send it to me. I'm not even gonna look at it. I'm not even gonna look at it. We're gonna pop it up live and then just listen to it like we brand new ears.
Definitely. Yeah, because I haven't heard it in a while myself. But yo, I'll leave you to it, man. Thanks to my man. Yo, you want to plug anything before you did it?
Yo, listen. No, not really. Not really, man. Just get out there in your own community and do the things that you think need to be done. Don't wait for somebody else to do them, man. That's the movement. That's what we're doing. I have a new village page coming up on Facebook, so you can see some of the things that we do in the community. You know what I mean? And get some of the people more involved. See what type of resources out there. See how we can build, man. We need national builders, and we need a think tank. So tap in.
Especially men.
Yeah, we need a think tank. You know what I'm saying? So tap in with me at blackpowerblock@gmail.com. It's spelled just like how it says, blackpowerblock@gmail.com. Tap in with me and see what we can do.
Word up, bro. But with that, thanks to my man Born F.O.G. Thanks to the people that came through, my man Mark Nash earlier. Shout out to Mark Nash TV. And with that, thank you for stepping into the Foul Playland. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your evening. Peace.